Have you ever wanted to build a home studio
And soundproof it too?
but didn't know how to do it?
And you didn't want to break the bank?
Then this is the video.
For you.
What's going on? I'm Tyler.
And I'm Travis.
This is,
Twisted Transcription Studios.
like we said, we're going to be talking about soundproofing your home studio.
Right, there's a bunch of different options, ranging from way too expensive to pretty dang cheap, yeah. And we're just gonna kind of ramble off some of the things you can do to soundproof your studio, and we may talk about actually building one as well in this.
First thing I would mention that everybody probably thinks, eggshells.
Yes.
Mattress topper, eggshell, mattress topper.
Mattress topper eggshells. that's a mouthful. Mattress topper eggshells are something that you say, I've seen people use that in the movies and stuff like that.
First off, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Like, just for like a twin size bed, and that's only going to cover, if you got like a 10 by 10 room, that's only going to cover like a quarter of it, maybe.
You really do think they are cheap? They are not cheap, and you do your research on them. They're way too porous to even stop the sound. Like I said, it's probably just a movie trope. You see them in movies, and it's just the easy thing to throw up, but they don't work. So don't spend your money on those.
Or if you happen to use them and you think they do work, leave a comment and let us know.
Yeah. If you're enjoying our content, make sure you
Hit the subscribe button and find us on social media at Twisted Transcription. The other thing you're probably thinking is foam, like just straight up foam. We had that thought, but you're probably gonna run into the issue that we ran into.
Right. It was really tough to actually get it on the wall. I mean, with the thing, like we were using these squares that he got from his work, and we were cutting them in pieces so they would make little triangles.
We cut them in half so they like folded up like that, like kind of like an eggshell, but they were huge.
Right. They were very thick. They turned into triangles, which is actually good to have a kind of a texture in that. It helps break the sound up, but it was going to be a nightmare to get them on the wall, just because, I mean, it was either put each individual piece on the wall or put them on like a piece of cardboard or a piece of
we
glue.
were going to try. We tried gluing them to the cardboard. It didn't want to stick, and then we ran into the issue of we've got concrete walls or cinder block walls, as you can see. How are we going to stick it to the wall?
Right. Like, it would have been a nightmare. But that being said, foam, depending on the type of foam it is, if it's super extra porous, kind of like the eggshell mattress, or very thick.
Yeah, this was some thick stuff, like it was industry level.
Yeah, it was very thick, I mean, you could hardly squeeze it, in your hand, whereas eggshells, you can just make it anything.
Yeah.
But this was an excellent grade of foam. It probably would have worked like a charm if we could have figured out a way to make it applicable.
Yeah. Or you can go to Musician's Friends and find some
industry grade foam. I mean, they come in 12 by 12 squares, and they will make your wallet cry.
They're great. They work wonderfully, but like he said, super expensive.
Super expensive.
Like I don't want to quote it, but I want to say it's like $60 for 12 1 by 1.
Yeah, and you're looking. I mean, it's not enough coverage for the amount of money. You do see a lot of people put them up behind like where they mix stuff at, in a, like not even together like as a whole, but like one here, one there, one there, just to trap the sound a little bit, and that works. But I feel like in a studio, you really want a lot more coverage than like one here, one there, one way over here.
Yeah, I wanted like dead silence in the isolation room we made.
Right. Yeah. Unless you have a super high quality studio where the room noise is going to be desirable.
Yeah.
Then you do want it to be very dead. Our room is in a basement, concrete walls. The room noise,
flooring.
Yeah, the room noise is not desirable, so we want it to be dead as possible. If you're in a beautiful studio, you probably want some of the room noise.
You want some of the acoustics, but there's not really acoustics down here.
For us, it needed to be dead.
So what we ended up using, which is a very unlikely thing, I never would have thought of it. He actually found it from a dude on Reddit. Moving blankets.
Right. They work great. I mean, it's a very dead room. You can listen back to some of our. In fact, we got a music video up here. Go check that out.
Yeah.
You can listen back to that. There's no room noise anywhere. It's great. It does its job.
They were super cheap too. I want to say they were like $5 or $6. Click back on this video.
Yeah.
We go into detail about it in the room and all the stuff, the materials we use. Be sure to check that out.
Right. And like you said, they're super cheap, and we even didn't get them as cheap as we could have because we found them online afterwards where you could buy like a 12-pack
Yeah.
of them. That was like way cheaper than what we paid for at the individual sheets. But
And
they
they got-
work great.
They got different colors too. Like we got black and navy just because we couldn't find black nowhere else. But
That's what was available at that moment, and instant gratification is
yeah, they work well, and we were kind of scared because half of the room, like I said, is
blue.
block, and the other half is wood. But we were running into that same issue of how we were going to get them to stick to the block. The wood wasn't that bad. We just stapled them, and we stapled them to the joist on the ceiling, and works great. So what did we use?
We use double-sided Velcro, and it works pretty good. We have the occasional one fall.
Occasionally it'll fall, but it's not like the whole thing. It's just like one little
Yeah,
strip.
one little strip. We should have read the instructions and let them sit for an hour, but that's, I mean, like I said, it's a gratification. Like, scroll back a few minutes, you'll hear me say that. But it is, it works so good. It's thick, it's full of that kind of almost like jean lint
It's weird.
material,
Yeah.
but it kills the sound.
Easy to cut. Just take a razor blade to it. You
Yeah.
can form it to whatever.
Yeah, we got it around our little window. You've seen that in videos. The door as well. It's all around it. I mean, you can form it to anything, and it's easy to hang on the wall.
And it's cheap.
And on the block wall side, we actually kind of, because we would have wasted sheets.
Yeah.
But so we made a bass trap out of it, kind of. We cut the corner, made a triangle, so there's space and air in between the wall and that. Great bass trap. You can make some super cheap bass traps with like some middle squares and some foam, but that works as well.
Instant gratification. I know you're probably thinking it doesn't kill the sound or it doesn't work that great because it's so thin and it's cheap, but it really does. Like, it's dead silent there. When you shut that door,
Yeah, it just completely goes dead. I mean, just go out and listen to, like I said, the music video earlier. Listen to all the background music in our videos. I mean, there's no noise, room noise. It's very dead. It's hard to explain how dead it is just because something is going on in the videos. But listen to the vocals and you'll hear that there is no room noise. I mean, you would hear something, but it's super ultra dead. It works great and it's dirt cheap. So even if it isn't as dead as you want it to be, you didn't spend any money on it hardly. So I mean, that's great. You won. Thumbs up. Go home. Also, like we mentioned, our floor is concrete. We just threw a rug down, a big old space rug. Yeah, it does great. It's massive.
drums don't slide around.
Yeah. So if you do have a hard floor like wood, linoleum, concrete, make sure you drop a little rug down there because you are going to have sound traveling there as well, and you want that to be pretty dead.
Yeah, just go to your local consignment shop, thrift store, pawn shop, whatever. You can
Hey,
find them for
if
cheap.
you got a company that does carpet around you, they have extras all the time that's dirt cheap. So just, I mean, really just look around, thrift shop as much as you can for stuff, and you might get lucky and get some great looking stuff.
That pretty much wraps up this video. Like we said, it's just our advice. Gonna steal a line from the Hodge twins here.
Just do whatever the f you want to do. At any rate, make sure you like, you subscribe, you hit that bell, and you drop a comment, you bastards.
God knows. And find us on social media at Twisted Transcription, and we will see you next time.